Hey, welcome. So let's talk about success. We're often taught it's a race, a competition, right? Well, today we're diving into a totally different way of thinking based on the wisdom of Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya. This is part one of his 7 formulas for success. And trust me, it's not about climbing over other people. It's about building yourself up. Let's get into it.
So this quote, it's pretty much the heart of this entire philosophy. It flips the whole idea of success on its head. It's not about winning because someone else loses. It's about creating, building, and making a positive impact. Just that one little shift in how you see things, it changes everything.
And that leads us straight into our very first formula. It's a simple but really profound principle. Grow, don't diminish. This is all about where you put your energy. Are you going to focus on tearing others down or on building yourself up? Let's see what that actually looks like.
Okay, think about it like this. Imagine there are 2 lines on a piece of paper. One way to make your line look longer is to try and shorten the other person's line, right? To erase part of it. That's the destructive path. But the path to real greatness, you ignore the other line. You pour all your energy into making your own line longer, bigger, and better. And that's really the bottom line here. Success is about adding something of value. It's a positive addition to the world, to your own life, and to the lives of the people around you. It's not about subtracting from someone else's wins. It's a creative act, through and through. All right, moving on to our second formula, and you'll see how this flows perfectly from the first. If success is all about creating and building, then cooperation is how we seriously amplify that power. This is about understanding the incredible strength we find when we actually work together. I mean, just look at this. It's so simple, but it's a massive truth. When 2 people or 2 forces clash, pushing against each other, what's the result? Nothing. Zero. All that energy is just wasted. But when those same 2 forces team up and work toward the same goal, their power doesn't just add up. Oh no. It multiplies. It creates something way bigger than what either could do alone. And that's the key right there. Unity isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. It's a strategic force. It's the catalyst that transforms small individual efforts into huge, world-changing achievements. Now, let's talk about something big, something most of us try to avoid, right? Our third formula asks us to completely reframe how we look at failure. Instead of seeing it as the end of the road, we need to see it as a valuable, even essential, teacher on our journey. 1,000. 1,000 defeats. Just let that number sink in for a second. The idea here is that a true achiever, a real visionary, doesn't give up, even after facing what feels like an impossible number of setbacks. This isn't about trying to avoid failure. It's about learning how to endure it. So when you face that setback, that moment you feel defeated, you have to stop and ask yourself this one simple question. Is this really the end? And the answer, according to this philosophy, is always a firm no. Failure is not the end. It's a process. It's like the fire that forges steel. It's the force that makes us mature, that deepens our understanding, and that really tests what we're made of inside. It's not a stop sign, it's the training ground. And that idea of endurance, it's the perfect bridge to our final formula for today, the law of patience. This one's all about recognizing that real, lasting success doesn't happen overnight. It always requires 2 key ingredients: consistent hard work and time. I absolutely love this metaphor of a fruit tree. Your goal, your dream, that's the tiny sapling you plant. But you can't just plant it and walk away, right? It needs consistent work. That's the nourishment, the water, and sun. It needs you to persevere, to protect it from storms. And then, and this is the hard part, it needs patience. You just have to give it the time it needs to grow, to set its roots deep, and eventually to bear fruit. You simply cannot rush the harvest. So, as we wrap up this first part, I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. We've talked about growing yourself, not diminishing others, the incredible power of cooperation, seeing failure as your teacher, and practicing the law of patience. Which one of those ideas is speaking to you right now? Which formula are you going to consciously try to practice today? If these ideas are hitting home for you and you want to keep exploring how to master the art of living, then you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to Thought Revolution Philosophy so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for tuning in.